In this example, I'm going to do a quick little overview of the Orion tasks feature of Orion point of sale. So I'm going to log into the management console, and you'll notice that the very first entry is the Orion tasks entry. Double click on that, and I've set up in advance 3 simple examples of the types of things that you can use the Orion task processor for. In general, there are 3 different things that you can automate with the Orion Task Manager, and the point or the purpose of this feature, this function, is to allow you to automate manual processes that you might need to run, and typically they're run outside of the regular business hours of a business. So the idea is to get rid of having people run them for you, or dialing in, or to automate the process of having these run. Then I'll go ahead and open the third option, or the third task that I set up, and this is to do a manual refresh of the synchronization between the ACPAC and the Orion point of sale database. The first option of the 3 that are available, the types of tasks that you can execute, is the accounting import refresh, and you'll see that there's a corresponding tab to each of these tasks. The first one is accounting import, and I've selected to do all of the different major databases that we import from the accounting system. There are some options on the side that you may or may not want to use, and a task schedule tab at the end. And you can set this scheduler to fire or to become functional at some point during the day, at some point during a week, or more than one point during the week. Or you can do a custom interval, and by custom interval we can have it select any number of days and a start and end time for the process. But typically most people just run the tasks overnight or in the evening, starting at some particular point. There are different ways that you can do this when you set up the tasks. You can have multiple tasks on one entry, or you can individualize them and have them set apart. The thing that you want to do or want to be cognizant of is not interfering with backups or other things that might be scheduled to run on a server at nighttime. So there's some planning that has to go on beforehand. And you also have to be aware of how long it takes to run some of these tasks. In general, they're pretty quick, but the speed that they operate at is a function of the speed of the computer that you're using and the size of the database. So as an example, the accounting import refresh on a small database and a fast machine might take a few seconds or a minute or two. If you have 100,000 items and an old or a slow server that you're running it on, it might take a couple of hours to do. So I'm going to go outside of that task and choose to execute it manually by pushing the execute button. I have it scheduled to go at 6 p.m. or 6:11 p.m., but we'll go ahead and run it manually. And you can see that once I push the execute button, it'll start and run to completion. I can check the logs to see what happened, and it refreshed a number of the tables in the database and went to completion. The other entries that are here are all to do the other tasks, in this case remote synchronization. So we've got a remote location set up, and we want to import the data from this remote location, and it's not scheduled to run, but why don't we schedule that to run at 10 p.m. and complete. So in theory, if everything's set up correctly and the service is started at 10 o'clock in the evening every day, the timer, the task scheduler service will cause this to start and package up a set of data at the remote and bring it to the head office and merge it into the Orion database at the head office. The first option is a third thing that we can automate, and that's post to accounting. And so this is for situations where you've run the system in a business where they've been processing transactions all day or a number of days, and at nighttime you want to post the data from Orion to the accounting system, and in so doing not have to have that done the following day. In situations where the business is open later than the accounting staff works, this is pretty valuable in that it really speeds up the processing of the accounting data in the business. And that's the Orion task processor.